Happy 2014 and welcome back to Jurassic Collectibles. I hope you're all doing really well and you're enjoying the holiday season. So today we're going to take a look at the next in the Tomys Life of the Earth line. Today we're going to be looking at the Brachiosaurus here. You can see it's number 3 in the line, Brachiosaurus, and you can just see him poking his head out behind the Velociraptor. Now the reason why we're looking at this Tomy Japanese product is because these three here I think resemble the dinosaurs we see in Jurassic Park, and I thought it was worth taking a look. They're minifigures. You can see here it's 150 millimeters, so they measure about 15 centimeters long, and they're really highly detailed. When we first opened the Triceratops together, I'll put a link to the video for these two down below, but when we first opened the Triceratops, I was so impressed with the level of detail. Right. On the back of the packaging we've got some of the other dinosaurs in this line. So we've got the Tyrannosaurus, which I will try and pick up soon. The Triceratops, there we go. The Brachiosaurus and the Velociraptor. Now what's cool about these is they've all got Dino Damage, as you can see, which reminds me very much of the original Jurassic Park toys, and was one of the reasons why I wanted to get these guys. On the top we just got the logo there. On the side, just got more lettering, a little bit of safety information, but all that remains is to get this guy out of the packaging. So here's what you get in the box, and already I can tell I'm dealing with a really detailed minifigure, and that's really cool. You get a bag of suspicious looking sweets that are an odd sort of greeny yellow colour. Not sure I'll be eating those. You get the instructions with the Brachiosaurus on the front here in blue. And then you can see that he's intended to stand upright against a tree or something to make it look like he's eating the highest leaves. Unfortunately, that does mean I think his tail is going to be bolt upright if he's standing like this. But we'll have a look at that in a minute. On the other side, we've got the instructions, so you can see the Brachiosaurus here. You need to attach the tail and the Dino Damage wound piece. So that's cool. I always love the clean and consistent design with these Tomy products. Very nice indeed. So let's have a look at the Brachiosaurus himself. So here he is, sans tail, and he looks very nice indeed, very detailed. We'll get a closer look at the sculpt in just a minute. First of all, let's take the tail. So here's the tail piece, and we're just going to put this on here. Now, unfortunately, the tail does not have articulation. It's a fixed piece, so it will not twist once it's on. But let's take a closer look at the sculpt itself. So, starting off with the head, a very detailed paint job for the size that this is. I mean, if I bring in my thumb, you can see that this thing is tiny, and yet somehow they've managed to paint all the teeth white, the interior of the mouth reddy pink, and the eyes have even got a separate pupil. Beautiful. And then you can see they've got this lovely dry brushing going on down the underside of the neck, and a nice sort of range of colours going along the back there. Very nicely sculpted, all these lovely folds in the skin, and you can see there's some really nice folds and lines of compression down here. The legs are very elephant-like. You can tell they've referenced a lot of natural history to bring this guy together. Some lovely creases on the back there. And I like this contrast from the dark bluey greys to this nice sort of sandy colour underneath. Again, this does very much feel like the Jurassic Park Brachiosaur, and it seems like maybe that was their point of reference for this toy. Again, very nice sculpt on the back leg. You can see the faint lines of the musculature coming through. Very nice indeed. And then we come round to the tail at the back here. Now, the only thing I feel about this tail is that it's not flush with the rest of the body. And it's just a little bit distracting. When you look at the Brachiosaurus, it just doesn't feel like this flows off the body very nicely. But the actual sculpt of the tail, if you were to look at it separately, is actually very nice. There's some nice lines of compression here. And there's some nice variation in the paint job as well. I would say this dry brushing of the lighter cream is a little bit strong. Maybe they could have done a sort of a colour that was closer to that dark sandy colour underneath. But these are minor gripes. Then on the other side you can see the Dino Damage here, and what they've done is painted it with a gloss so that you get this wet feeling of the musculature underneath. Now they didn't need to do that, but the fact that they have shows that they paid a real sort of level of detail, attention to detail there, that's really, really nice. So let's put the little skin on. It comes in this little baggie. We'll take it out of this bag. Now here in the UK today, it's very, very wet. We've had massive floods all over the country, so I hope no one in the UK is affected who's been watching this. So yeah, if you hear the rain from outside, you know why that is. So on this side we've got two little prongs here, and we've got two little peg holes where this will go into. So we'll put that in, and that secures very nicely indeed. Perfect fit. And you can see here that there's actually a little finger hole, so if you want to pull the Dino Damage back out, it's very easy to do, and I really like that. Really nice. So you can see the toe claws are individually painted, a little bit lighter than I would have liked, but still very nice indeed. And I really like this musculature coming across the shoulders as well. Just a very, very nice sculpt, and something you don't expect for a dinosaur minifigure. Very nice indeed. And the head sculpt is really nice. Look at that paint job there with the eye on this side. That is really, really high quality for a minifigure. Very nice indeed. In terms of articulation, all the legs can rotate, but unfortunately the head and the neck do not. So you can make them do the splits if you wanted to. Oh, hey! And they are a little bit stiff the first time you get these guys out of the box. They are a little bit stiff the first time you rotate these legs. So there we go. Now, in terms of the posing of this guy, you're a little bit limited. You have to really pose him as if he's standing up. You can't put him in the traditional pose of a brachiosaur like this. I mean, that's how I'd want to pose him. But really, because of this upright tail looking so odd, I have to pose him like this. So you have to stand him up as if he's eating from the treetops. But that's cool because it's quite a, quite a different sculpt. It's quite a different pose to what we're used to. So I can see what they're going for. It's just a shame that you can't repose the tail into more of a traditional pose so you can have him sort of walking along. That's the only downside, I think, of this figure. So there we have it, guys. That was today's look at the Tomys Life on Earth Brachiosaurus number 3. And I think he's a cracking little figure. And he does very much resemble the Brachiosaurus we see in Jurassic Park, which is cool. Maybe if you had a few of these, you could make a little herd of Brachiosaurus, and it wouldn't be too expensive either, because these were only £2.50. Okay guys, will you be picking these up? Let me know what you think. I think they're very good value for money, and they're very highly detailed as well. And I really like the sculpt and the paint job that they've done on these. It's very nice indeed. Okay guys, don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.